Hey friends, Worm here, or perhaps his evil twin that took over, today to talk about character boosts in Destiny 2, and specifically the one mentioned last week in the TWAB, which was a paid character boost. Um, now, TLDR, this is absolute BS, if you ask me, and if you ask most other people too. I had been browsing the forums and I saw tons and tons of posts talking about this um this Lightfall campaign skip boost. Primarily that's the thing we're going to focus on, is the campaign skip boost. So yeah, let's talk about it. Basically, Bungie revealed that they're going to have players are going to have the ability to skip the Lightfall campaign if they have already completed the campaign on another character. They will also of course get a high power level gear, a suit of high power level gear, if their other character has hit the soft cap. This shame on Bungie. Really, shame on Bungie. And let's be honest here. We know why Bungie did this, okay? Because players have complained about the Witch Queen campaign and the fact that they have to play it across all three characters since it came out. I still personally have not completed the campaign, the Witch Queen campaign, on my Hunter. Okay. I don't know if I really plan on doing so. But this is, this egregious grab here at money is cleverly designed. Okay, it's cleverly designed because on one hand, if you want to skip the campaign, you can pay money to have this, to skip the campaign. Sorry, I had lost my train of thought here. You can pay money to skip the campaign, or of course you can choose not to pay money and not skip the campaign. And I think Bungie definitely did this for a reason, 100% for a reason, because for Bungie, it's a win-win. And unfortunately for the community, it's a lose-lose. And Bungie, as we've seen, especially since they've been bought out by Sony, Bungie focuses more on win-wins for Bungie and not what they used to do, which is win-wins for players. Okay. Basically, the reason why it's a win-win situation for Bungie is because, number one, if you don't buy the campaign skip, that means that you're going to have to play even more time in the game to play the campaign and to unlock everything in the campaign. Okay. And that's going to make their numbers look better. If they, hey, we've got more players than ever playing our campaign. Or if players choose to spend the money and skip it, it's a win-win because, hey, we just got 20 bucks off this player. Okay. And unfortunately for the players, it's lose-lose because, hey, we don't want to play the same campaign over and over and over 3 times. One time is great. One time is good. I would happily play it one time, but 3 times, no, it gets old very, very quick. It's also a loses because, of course, if players spend the money, they're losing 20 bucks just to have only one character skip the campaign. So if you're like me and you like all 3 characters equally, Titan, Warlock, Hunter, you like all 3 characters equally, you play on Titan. I'm gonna play the Witch Queen, no, sorry, not Witch Queen, Lightfall campaign on my Titan first. But let's say I want to unlock it on my Hunter and my Warlock. I'm probably gonna have to spend $40 in order to skip the campaigns. Okay, so it's basically a situation of I either invest my time into it and sit down and do the campaign on each character for, I would assume, probably 5 to 7 hours. If you're doing the regular campaign, I'd say probably 5 to 7 hours is how long it would take to finish all of that. But if I want to do the master campaign, it's going to take longer, and basically divide my time up between 3 characters and doing that, or I'm going to have to shell out 40 bucks. It's lose-lose. Okay. And I don't like it. And many other people don't like it. And this is just another, avenue that Bungie's going that is alienating its player base. And I think that a lot of people, a lot of fanboys of Bungie, because I'll admit myself, I'm a Bungie fanboy. I like Bungie. Okay, I have loved Destiny since 2014 when it first came out. Even when nobody else wanted to give it a chance, I wanted to give it a chance because I liked the game. Okay, but here we are. What 7, 8, 9 years? So 2014, yeah, 9 years down the road, almost 9 years down the road, and Bungie has seemingly fallen into the corporate mindset of, okay, we need to make money, 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 money. And we saw this happen like slowly but surely over time. They're adding ornaments. In Destiny 1, they added ornaments that you could only obtain by either some kind of special drop or what's it called? Or spending money. And that was okay, but Bungie had always said, they'd always reassured the community, hey, the purchasable content, the real money transactions, the RMTs, are always, always, always going to be cosmetic. It's never not going to be cosmetic. It's never going to be pay to win for a gun. Never going to be pay to win for armor or levels or anything like that. But then we start seeing these boosts roll out. Okay? And technically, no, it's not really a pay to win situation. It's not like you're paying to win, certain guns, for example. But it is definitely a pay to enhance your Guardian's journey. Okay? And a lot of players rightfully are backlashing against it. So many people, I've seen people on the forum saying they've canceled their pre-orders. They have, they said they're going to wait on Lightfall. They're going to wait for a price drop or something like that. And I don't blame people for that. I 100% don't blame people for that, because this is a blatant money grab. This is something that players complained about all year. And we were just crossing our fingers and praying and hoping, hey, hopefully Bungie will allow us to skip. And they've added a feature that now you have to spend money on to skip. That's a slap in the community's face. And if you're not mad about it, you should be. You should be, because this is it almost feels deliberate. It almost feels like it's not some accidental, like, oh, like oopsies. It feels like they said, hey, you know what? We know y'all want to skip, but nah, we don't care what you want. We want money, or we want time investment so that we look better, or so that we're having more income. That's what it feels like, and the early days of Destiny didn't really feel like that. Okay. They never did. The early days of Destiny felt like, hey, you know what? This is a company that's trying to make a great game. We saw improvement after improvement after improvement, up until probably about Shadowkeep, when the seasonal kind of what's it called, method or whatever kind of drops, and then we started seeing a decrease in the amount of really good quality content, which I think that's that's quality content is for a different time. But it's just every time a seasonal expansion comes out, it seems like there's something else, some egregious money grab that Bungie or Sony does. Okay, and here's the thing. I don't think we should put all the blame on Bungie, because again, we know that Bungie back in D1, for example, they cared about the player base. They cared about people. And yes, I know that there were some things in Destiny 1 and in early Destiny 2 that a lot of people, felt negatively about, and that's okay, rightfully so. But compared to now, it's completely different. And of course, primary changes that have happened since then is Sony has acquired Bungie, and I think that's kind of the primary thing. Which that happened. What was that? That was last year, or was it the year before? I think it was prior to Witch Queen coming out, but I don't know if the blame is solely on Bungie, but I do know the blame is at least somewhat on Bungie. Like, Bungie can find some type of workaround to help players just play the game easier. Okay, and this is not about a necessary pay to win. It's not like, oh well, if you pay $20, you also get some busted exotic that's gonna, tear up the Crucible and be broken and stuff like that. But it's not helpful to players, and that's kind of what I've always loved about Bungie, is they simplify a lot of things to make things easier. But over the past few years, we've seen that kind of taking a step back and going away. And yeah, I don't know, the whole idea of a paid campaign skip is quite ridiculous, and it's very frustrating. If you want to cancel your pre-order, stuff like that, I would do it. Honestly, I'm not, obviously I do content creation, So it's important that I have access to all the content for you guys. But you know, it's very frustrating, and I think that we need to let it be known. You know, we need to let it be known on the forums, on social media, in person, other YouTube videos. We need to let our frustrations be known that this campaign skip this paywall to skip the campaign is unacceptable. You know, and as players, we have the power. We have the power to make it go away. Okay, we could all completely refuse to buy the skip, because here's the thing, I will not, okay, on my heart, right hand on my heart, I will not be buying the Lightfall campaign skip boost or the character boost. Okay, I don't buy boosts and stuff like that. Like, you know, I'll give y'all my word on that I'm not going to be doing that. But if everybody, or at least if 90% of us did that and made that same pledge, you would see some changes happen. You would see Bungie go, hey, that didn't work. You know, we could potentially boycott the game. Of course, you know, there's always that option, but you know, I don't think anybody's going to want to boycott Destiny. I personally don't, but you know, it's one of those things like, okay, we have Lightfall campaign skip boost this year. What is it going to be next year? Is it going to be, you know, oh, well, now you can pay to unlock all the exotics. Now you can pay to instantly hit the soft cap. Now you can pay to instantly hit the hard cap. Now you can pay to, you know, so on and so forth. It starts with small stuff like this, and it builds up into more and more and more and more, to a point where it's like, oh my gosh, like I can't even play the game and enjoy it anymore because I'm having, you know, money grabs shoved down my throat constantly. But yeah. Anyways, that's it. You know, I just, again, I kind of wanted this to be a venting / frustration video, and it's sad that this is what it's come to, and it does make me nervous for the future about what else we're going to see, if we're going to see, you know, exotics handed out for cash, or, you know, complete, you know, okay, now you can buy crucible levels, for example. Now, you know, for a certain fee, you can pay money to level up your crucible or your vanguard or your gambit up to level, you know, 17 and reset. I don't know what else we could possibly see, and I don't think there's anybody out there who can speak for what else we could possibly see in addition to this, you know. And so I don't know, it's just frustrating. But yeah, that's kind of basically all I wanted to rant about today. You know, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I'm sure that most people probably hate this and they don't like that this has happened, but you know, what are you going to do about it? Are you just going to not buy the campaign? Are you going to cancel pre-orders? Are you going to just wait on Lightfall? Or tell me what you're going to do. I'd love to know. But with that being said, that's all I have to say on the matter. And y'all have a wonderful day. Come check us out on Twitch at twitch.tv/thewormkeeper. And I will see y'all in the next video tomorrow. Bye for now, guys.